What does the high feel like of winning like a championship fight on a UFC card?
The high is I mean, it's one of those things that's a little bit difficult to put words to, but it's like it's like everything you ever worked for and all the dopamine and everything that you could ever hope to go right and bundled up in that one moment. But the hard truth is, if you haven't done the work on repairing the inside and moving through traumas and letting go of things, and then once you get to the top, which is the place that you thought would fix everything, at least for me, right? I thought, and I think people can relate to this because especially men, I think, and this is me seeking my masculine because it was something that I think I felt like missing. So I think I relate on this aspect. If I just have this, if I just make enough money, if I just get this job, if I just get this car, then I'll get the house, then I'll get the wife, and I'll get the kids, and it'll all be right and good. And then I will be happy. But the truth is, if you haven't done the work on yourself, then once you get a peek behind that curtain, it can turn your whole world upside down, and I think, what was it? Was it Twitch? He was on Ellen DeGeneres, the show. He was the DJ.
He's the DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Committed suicide.
Yeah. And from the outside, you see him every day on Ellen. They have a great, banter and communication, and he seems lively, and he's like enjoying life, and he's got a beautiful wife, he's got kids, a family, very successful man. Now, I don't know him, so I can't speak for him or anyone else, but part of me wonders is if it was similar to how I felt when I thought, this is what I thought would secure happiness for me, is to reach this place that if I had these things in order, then I would be happy. And once you get there, it's like a false summit. It's like I don't know what will make me happy then. Maybe nothing will make me happy. Maybe I'll always be stuck in this place of misery, and I'll be sad, and I'll, because I think the truth is that the traumas are still there. They are waiting to have their moment. The feelings, the emotions are waiting to be present with you. And we've just been mastering the skill set of suppressing them in order of seeking things that don't really fulfill us at the end of the day. They're short-term fulfillment, right? Yeah. So we're like pushing this beach ball into the wall. It's like, I'm a fan of Dr. Under the Water. I'm a fan of Dr. Gabor Mate. Talks about the amount of energy that it takes to do that. And so I think a lot of people end up suppressing, hiding, not wanting to be present with themselves, not wanting to have fight. If you're somebody who has to have a podcast on at all times, has to have music on, has to be doing something, maybe even struggles to fall asleep because those are the moments that you have to be alone with yourself. Maybe you have to play music, have the TV on, listen to a podcast in order to go to sleep at all times. I think that there might be some value in learning to spend some time with yourself, because you gotta have time for the questions to be asked. You gotta have time for to seek the answers to the things that you need to move through. And I'll tell you, it's a really scary place if you reach what you thought would make you happy, and then you find out it's anything but. Then everything gets way worse.
Yeah. So what was your experience when you had some of those moments? Like, what tools did you lean into, or did you feel good on the other side of, oh my God, I'm here, now I can be happy?
Right. So, there were absolutely moments of despair and heartbreak, but I still thought, well, it's because I haven't won enough. It's because I haven't become the UFC champion yet. Every loss was a heartbreak. And I was in a toxic relationship for a long time, about 9 years. And, there was a lot of mental and emotional manipulation and abuse. And the way that I got through it at that time, I believe, reflecting with a self-diagnosis, was a bit of dissociation, or a lot. I got really good at not feeling anything. And eventually it led me to have flat performances in fighting. So I won the UFC world title against Holly Holm in 2016. And it was an epic fight. It was great. I won in the 5th round with a rear naked choke, and I was kind of up against it. If I didn't finish the fight, the best case that could have happened would have been a draw, which wouldn't have made me a champion, right? So I win this. I'm on top of the world. Everything is great and right and surely going to be good now, right? Because I'm there. I finally made it. And then my whole world just flips upside down. And I'm just almost like sick at this point because I realized that it fixed nothing. If anything, it just complicated things because there's more moving parts now. There's more people in my life that I have to sort through. There's more people wanting things from me, demanding things, and I'm no more happy than I ever was. As a matter of fact, I'm probably more depressed. And I lose my title in my next fight, and that was just, I can't tell you how incredibly devastating that was for me. And then I lose my next fight. And by the time I got to that second fight after my title, I was absolutely in like an autopilot. I wasn't there. I don't know how you could convince someone that in a full-on fist fight that you could be like in an out-of-body experience, but that's how good I had gotten at just suppressing everything, that I didn't know how to be present for anything. And that means like all the people that were around me too. So many people came out to my fight because it was in New York. It was the first UFC event in New York City. So it was a big moment. I barely remember any of it because I was just somewhere else all the time. And then people will be like, oh, it's head trauma. You got punched in the head for a living. No, because I have a better memory now. So it's a matter of me. I choose to be present in these moments. I choose to be with the people that I'm with, where my feet are. You know, I choose to engage in those moments and look people in their eyes. And before, I just feel like I was passively floating through life because it was the best that I could do with the skill set that I had and the circumstances that I had. And my skill set of dissociation